Oh, yeah, this lift. Okay. Yeah, I remember the lift. This is, yeah, okay. Yeah. Right. The thing is that I sort of vaguely remember that I don't like this section, but I can't exactly remember why. It's just like the feeling... Okay, so that's where I use the gears. The feeling of not liking this section is retained, but the actual reason for not liking this section isn't. Is there a map of this area? I just want to see... That does look like a dead-end room. I'm just going to check it out before I put the gears in, because I have a feeling... Okay. See, what I think what's going to happen is there's a quick time... I think this is what happens. Is I think there's a quick time event here, and if I fail it, I die, and I have to go back to where I saved. Which is so irritating. Maybe they fixed it, though. Maybe they've put in a checkpoint. Let's find out together. Oh, it's my fishing rod. I was like, when did I pick up a rod? The gear fits the recess like a glove. We should be able to move the elevator now. So... Oh... Right, Y, X, A, B. I need to remember which button to press. I need to remember where the buttons are and which to press. Oh no, this might not be it.
Huh?
This is a bad idea. What am I even sticking my hand into? Oh, it's hair. Well, that's a clue. Yeah, damaged red hair. You think hair wouldn't be enough to block up? I mean, lots and lots of hair, maybe, because like they have to clean out the subway and stuff because of hair getting blown in and causing problems on the track. But you wouldn't think like a single person's hair would be enough to block a whole elevator. But you know, this is Greenvale, where anything's possible. Don't pin me. Just those. Oh, it's just those two. Okay, they really have nerfed. This is definitely easy mode. Like, none of this stuff sucks, which is good. It's really good that none of this stuff sucks. There's a phone box I can go and... Oh, dang it! I spoke too soon. So the power is out. We need to restore power to move this elevator, Zach. Okay, maybe it's the second time. Maybe it's next time I come here, and I can save, so it's fine. Okay, we're good. We've got a leave of absence? A stay of execution is what we've got. God, this section does go on. Now that I do remember. Can't get through this rubble, I'll have to find another way. Or this picture of a rubble, more like. Picture of a rubble? Yeah. Yeah, no, whatever. Yeah, that is way better. Let's take a small first aid kit. I wonder if I can use from the ground. I doubt I can. So let's use one now, and I got space for one later. I think... There's a bar. I can stick it. Stick it in the toolbox. Is this an infinite bar situation, or is it a... Oh, no, it's a single bar. It's a single bar, just in case you wanted one. Sometimes you want a bar. That's how it works. Right. More zombie friends. Crawling out the wall. Like, shoot it.
Amazing.
Yeah. I do get money for headshots, so I should do it. Though I seem to remember that there's not a huge amount of point in money after a while. But, I vaguely remember this door. It's the hand door. Yeah, I don't have the hand for the door. There are no handprints around the part where a doorknob should be. A somewhat weird design, it seems. Yeah, so I think I need to go get a hand. I need a hand with this door. Zach. I mean, York, I'm Zach. Doesn't work when I say it. And there's all these hands on the wall, see? That's how you know. Shoot me while I'm half out the wall. And we're kind enough to wait for you to reload when you need to. The least you could do is, you know, wait for us to finish spawning. Ugh. Francis York Morgan, he's got no manners whatsoever, hasn't he? Then again, I mean, they're constantly telling me that they don't want to die, and I keep ignoring them. What's up, ladies? Oh, there's a lock on the door I need to shoot off. Alright, let's take care of these ladies. Oh, sorry. Lady and gent. I should just say people, but they're not people. Not anymore. Not really. Well, this is handy. Live long and prosper. Interesting. I have a timer, okay. I guess, yep, shoot the hands. Okay. I'm glad that was the right thing to do, because I was out of ideas after that point. I don't remember this puzzle at all. I remember the hand door. But again, still no... And I agree, it's doorknob, and not just severed hand thing. So no, it's clearly a doorknob. What are you talking about? Honestly. Is there anything else here that I should be... Like maybe we want to comment on the weird hand tree? No? No, cool. Like I said, it must be a case that York's done all this before. And it's just like, this is old hat for him. It's like, yeah... The old red hand doorknob trick. Been there, done that. Literally, I mean, yeah, no, he would have a camera phone. Literally taken the selfie. Ooh, was selfies a thing in 2010? I mean, obviously the concept of taking a photo of yourself was a thing in 2010. But was the concept of taking a photo of yourself with your phone a thing? Bye, dude. You tried, and that's the most important thing. Alright, so what I'm going to do, save me having to do that all that junk again, gonna go save again. Because I'm pretty sure it's once I've done... I'm building up to it. I'm going to build up to it, and then one of the two things is going to happen. Either I'm going to be justified, and you're all going to see how rubbish the thing that happens is. And I'm going to be like, see what I mean? Or I'm going to plow through it, and it's going to be completely easy, and you're going to be like, well, what were you complaining about all this time? But it's just one of those deep-seated memories I have of this game, is that... Hang on. Let's toolbox it. Oh. Can I not even... No, okay, I guess I got full bars in my toolbox as well. Oh, I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. Hand, go! Oh, shit, good. Don't know, shaped like a hand. Classy. For a lumber mill, we need a little handshake to open the door. That's fine. Freaking weird hand door. A clue! You got peeled off fake fingernail. Is that a clue, or did I just yank that off the door hand? But apparently that's a clue. No, not profiling. Stop asking me. Right, don't grab my hand this time, weird. He's gone limp. Good. I defeated it. Let's switch back to my gun. Ooh, actually. I don't know what it is. There's something about these valves that suddenly triggered me going, ooh. Do you know, I think I need the machine gun for this section. Again, it's one of those things, like, I can't remember exactly the why, but I just, it's somewhere in, like, the root of my subconscious. It's just like, you need the machine gun here. Trust me. This is why you have this gun. I don't need it here, though. Good work, York. Oh, well done. This is a red one, though, so that does mean it's... Oh!
Huh?
Yeah, he's still skulking about, remember? If I observe it again, see. There's large mirrors. Looks foreboding in a place like this. I like to think that the Raincoat Killer set those up, and he's just like... Oh, he's such a little scamp. It's like, I'm going to set those mirrors up, and then he's going to go in there, and he's going to look at them, and then just as he looks at them, I'm going to walk past. Yeah, there's no really, I don't know where the safe distance is to get that, because... I mean, any further back, and I don't think I'll be able to shoot it. I can get a little bit further back. But honestly, it doesn't do a huge amount of damage, so I'm not super worried about blowing myself up a little bit, you know. So that's just something you got to do as a... Good work. That's just something you got to do as any good FBI agent occasionally explodes themselves. Just ask any good FBI agent, and if they say no, then that's a sign that they're not a good FBI agent and you can't trust them. Pro tip. And I should know because I'm a pro FBI agent. I got coffee with milk. And another purple turkey sandwich. Oh yeah. How is my hunger? Always low, but it's still green. And therefore I don't care. I think York does complain about being hungry if I let him get hungry, so I'll just wait until he starts doing that. Maybe I don't need the submachine gun here. I thought that was... Maybe it's just a very similar looking section that requires a submachine gun. I don't know. What I do need to do... I have a feeling... I know, my feelings have led me astray quite a bit so far today, but I have a strong feeling this time that these boxes are going to get in my way in a minute. Yeah, hang on. Damn it! I hate these quick time events. I never know which button I need to press because it tells me, but I don't know where it is on this controller. That one's easy. I know that one. Right, run away. There you go. Okay, we're good. Yeah, because it's like Y, but my inclination is Y is at the top of the controller, because that's where it is on the Xbox. But it's not on a Switch controller. Why damn it, Nintendo, why did you put the buttons the wrong way round? And it's the annoying thing is with QuickTime events, is you can't even remap the buttons, because... it'll just change the button that comes up. It'll still, if I change the X to Y and the Y to X, it'll still tell me to press X or Y. Bloody quick time events. Fortunately, those ones where he chokes me are forgiving, and the wiggle left and right thing I know to do. That one I can figure out. I know where the left analog stick is. Even Nintendo aren't crazy enough to have swapped the right and left. We decided that for the Nintendo Switch, the right analog stick is on the left, and the left analog stick... I don't know who I'm impersonating there. Reggie Filament, why not? Yeah, they're just... We feel like the Switch is a different console, and therefore it wouldn't be right to just have the analog sticks in the normal positions. No. Right. So I think... this is going to pay off in a second. So over there, straightforward, right before the end. Right, and then that's where I smash those. Okay. Good. So we remember that. I think this is good. I think that's going to pay off in a second. Again, if I remember this section correctly. You can't sneak up on me. I mean, you might be able to, but I think it's beyond your ability. I think. I'm gonna throw it away, and then. Oh, can I only have? Let's throw this away as well. And then I can have the bar instead. That's how it works. I can have the knife, a melee weapon, and then the other stuff. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. Agent honor. Alright. Let's do this. Just a regular locked door. Oh, I think. Oh, let's save very, very quickly, because I think this is time sensitive. Oh, it's so good having memory of this game. Oh no, okay, it's probably time sensitive once I press that button. White noise on the TV. Who turned it on, I wonder? Who do you think? It's the big dude in the with the axe and the trench coat running around. Maybe. Alright. So this, if you're paying attention, is the button for the power. Phone's ringing again. You're just like, what?
I see you.
York's, by this point, taken the thing away from his hand. Right. I need to... hide. I think. I might need to go to the door first. Hang on. Yeah, I needed to sort of trigger this encounter first. The thing I like about this is that he's cutting this door down. He's the one who locked me in here. Like, he literally just locked me in here and then is smashing the door down for effect. Oh, I thought there was reserves in. I could, like, look through the slot. So I think I need to hold my breath in a second. Oh. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, it's a good thing I saved. Because this is an auto death, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Can't quick time my way out of that one. That's just an investigation failure. Fortunately, I saved. So, what I did there is I pressed ZL. Even though it said ZR and ZL, I mean, honestly, that shouldn't have caught me up as much as it did. Oh, there are checkpoints now. Okay, I'm pretty sure before I would have it would load from the save. It would load my last save. So that's good that it doesn't do that. It does mean I need to redo all this stuff, and I don't think I can skip any of this. No, but that's not too bad. I remember dying either there or to a later bit, and then losing, like, having to basically go back to, like, the first time I saved in the lumber mill, I think. Or, I think, no, it was a save before I went and got that, after I got off the lift, and after I got the hand, before I got the hand. Which is...
See you.
It's an annoying... There's a certain amount... When you die in a game, there's a certain amount of progress where if you lose it, it can, depending on the game, just make you... That's that game done. You can just go, well, I've just lost 3 hours of progress. I'm never going back to that game. That amount of progress has happened to me in Final Fantasy VIII. I died... Oh, I don't even remember where. There's a bit, I think, like 2/3 the way through the game, where you go in a... you go to some weird palace or something. Anyway, I died at a point, and I hadn't saved for a really long time. And when I reloaded, I went, that's, I think, literally about 2 to 3 hours worth of progress lost. And that was Final Fantasy VIII done. Right, I'm not going to assume it's going to be the same button, because it might be a different one, but it is the same button. But yeah, that was... Alright, I don't have to keep holding it, I just have to do it again when he does another thing. What are you doing? Oh, there he goes. Oh, I did it. So dumb. So I think I might have died at some point because I thought he like walked past the locker and I could leave and run past him. That isn't what you're supposed to do. Pretty sure he'll just kill me. So I don't know if those red sparkles in front of the sink there are another. I think there might be another hiding spot I could have used. That's why he went over there. It's gonna zoom in on York's face again.
Where are you?
Like he goes around for like a really long time, which makes you think that maybe you are supposed to, and he just got his axe back. Maybe you are supposed to wait for him to just clips through the door. That you are supposed to like sneak out behind him, but no, it's just he just takes a while, and then you're safe. I think. Nope. Okay, I thought maybe his.
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
So casual. Alright, let's save again. So I don't have to do that again. This is stupid, Zach. Let's leave. But... So... Yeah, it's through here. Yep, he snuck up behind me, and now he's going to chase me. Isn't it good we learnt the route? Oh. I forgot this was a thing. I don't know why I'm pushing this box. He's just stopped to go. Why are you pushing that box? Why didn't you just run round the box? Why? Yeah, I was gonna say, why can't I not just run round the box? Why are you making me push it? This is so dumb. Alright, it's not so bad that I have to control this with my... I have to keep switching. I was thinking like I had to really wiggle, but I can do it well enough with my left thumb. I don't know, that's supposed to be a thing I do, but I think he is supposed to run round the boxes and he just wasn't doing it. Okay, maybe I was supposed to be waggling harder. Okay, no, maybe I'm supposed to... Okay, that's... The raincoat could have just like, hang on, let's see how this plays out. Come on, that was a jerk move. That was a jerk move, Raincoat Killer. Let me away. Let me away. Right, I am now using my right hand to wiggle the left analog stick. I just... Oh, get open. Oh, that's fine. York, take all the time in the world. You have an animation for opening the door quickly. Don't use it. Okay, I pressed B. York decided, nah. It's annoying because I want to whack her with my right hand, but I need my right hand free to press the button prompts. Okay, no, I can whack. Dang it. This section is so dumb. Freedom! Okay. Now. I have a feeling there's one more thing. Just get out of my way. Ugh. Just, you're really irritating.
Nice shot.
You should have thought about that before you mess with Francis York Morgan. It's not even a problem. I didn't want to fight him, he just got in the way. Right, let's save again. So we don't have to do that ridiculous running section again. Because I think... how's my memory? Also, like, where are we? This is supposed to be a lumber mill, but you were going deep into... Oh, York's really slowly putting his hands to his side. He's slow, he's not quite there yet. He's still going, and... die here. Just FYI. Yep. Damn it! Ah, I pressed X! Stupid Y button being in the wrong place. So yeah, that happened. That happened when I played this game 10 years ago. I got through that whole stupid section. Okay, good. They did decide, they did realise... I might be misremembering it. Maybe it does checkpoint you here, but I'm pretty sure when you die in this section in the original game, at least in hard mode, that sends you back to the last save point. And like I said, it was the right amount of progress to lose, because it was just enough that I wanted, it didn't stop me from playing. Yeah, I died again. Okay, don't worry, Y and B, I know where the buttons are now. I'm going to check it out, because I've said all this now, and I bet what's going to happen is I'm going to look back and no, it does actually checkpoint you here, and I'm just remembering it wrong. But I'm sure I died here and lost most of progress, and then got really, really irritated. And if they have fixed it, good, because as you can tell, this section sucks. Like, even if you know where the buttons are on the controller, the amount of time you have to press them is really short. Damn it! I hit right R, Z, R! Ah! Right. Y, B, R. Okay. We're going to do this one input at a time. I haven't told you this. This is a 27 input QuickTime event. So settle in. This is going to take me a long time. The annoying thing is that I actually can't remember whether there's any more sections like this in the game. I think there's similar, but none that are quite as like drawn out as this. But when I get to those sections, I'll have gotten myself a bit more comfortable with where the buttons are, and so they won't be as hard, in theory. Alright. And the next one.
Yeah.
I hit B. And then I hit Y. Dang it! Shut up. There's an episode of Batman, The Batman, I think, where Batman's fighting a guy who clearly has no martial arts ability whatsoever, but yet Batman can't land a hit on him. Like, he just dodges all of Batman's moves and hits him and counters him, and it's like, he doesn't feel, he knows he's not fighting a martial artist. He can't figure out how this guy is managing to dodge all his attacks, and I pressed the wrong button because I was talking about Batman. He can't figure out how he's dodging all of his attacks, and it turns out that the guy has the power to turn back time by like 10 seconds. And so what he does is, every time Batman hits him, he turns back time 10 seconds, and then dodges the attack the next time it comes, and then gets hit by the next attack. And so he's just constantly getting the crap beaten out of him by Batman, until he hits the exact right combination of movements that means that he can beat Batman up. Right. Why? B. Then there's R. Then it's A. Ah, see, okay, so I did flub. I did think, oh, maybe I didn't flub that one because I kind of hit B, A at the same time. But I did. But then it does give you the chance to then dodge out of the way of that and do it properly, I guess. But I did it properly this time, so hooray! And I got the final clue. A torn piece of red raincoat. So let's... And we're just back here. Good. Profile. I wonder if maybe this was supposed to be like an actual game, mini-game that you did, and it got cut for time, or just they couldn't do it. And now it's just a video. Like you had to maybe try and put the pieces in the right order or something? I don't know. Is that Anna? I guess that's Anna. Yeah, she's crying. And you mentioned that she cried herself to death. Well, it wasn't the main cause.
That's all the information we need, Zach.
It's more that she cried whilst
she died. Let's go back and show them what we found.
I like the idea that York comes out and shows and goes, guys, look at these clues that I found. And doesn't mention the guy who attacked him with the axe at all. Also, oh, by the way, could you like call the entire police force and surround the lumber mill? I'm pretty sure the murderer's in there. Just, you know, FYI.
Have you seen any of these things before?
No, not that I know of. But that raincoat is a little odd.
Odd? In a town where it rains so much?
Well, the people here rarely go out in the rain. I moved here during high school, and I never really understood why. Can you shed some light on this, George?
Oh, well, there's an old story, folklore. It's a fairy tale, to me. Something about a killer in a raincoat who appears on rainy nights. A vicious killer in a bright red raincoat. Yeah, that was it. Just a foolish piece of superstition. A rubbish story someone made up. Not many people still believe it, but I guess it's a traditional place. Most of the shops still close up when it rains. School's out too. And since there's no reason to go out, not many people ever wear raincoats.
And now the raincoat killer has leapt out from his picture book. Oh, by the way, would you two kindly show me your backs?
Our backs? Is this related to the case?
The person with the upside-down peace mark in that photo we found. He's our killer.
And what makes you so sure about that?
Zach and I saw him kill Anna in the lumber mill. He killed her. Right in there. Oh, one thing. Please don't ask me about Zach. That's a private matter.
Anyway, by showing me your backs, we can clear up most of my concerns about you. Isn't that for the best? You do want to remove yourselves from the suspect list. It will make things a lot easier.
This is insane. Your methods are rude, insulting, and out of the question. And Emily is a female officer. Forcing her to show you her back is harassment. I don't care if you are FBI or not. You are out of line.
George, it's okay. Let's just show him and get it over with.
Emily, are you crazy?
Look, we flash our backs and he'll start trusting us a little more. Right? Agent York?
Yeah, it's definitely because I don't have a back fetish. I like to think this music is playing in York's head.
Are you satisfied now?
Yes. My apologies.
Now you, George.
Yeah, okay. I can't refuse it now, can I? But don't expect to get your way all the time, Agent Morgan.
Huh?
George!
What are these scars?
Just like your Mr. Zach. Something private. I don't have to tell you about it.
Of course. Just like Zach. We can understand that, right, Zach?
Yeah, no, that's cool.
This will make things a lot easier from now on. I'm glad to say you're both pretty much off the hook. Thank you for your cooperation.
If anyone is suspicious around here, it's him. He's the most suspicious.
No, I don't think so. But he certainly is the most irritating.
We've studied the crime scene. You know what we have to do next, Zach.
George, can we arrange to have the townfolk gather in one place? There are some things I want to address with the townfolk.
Very well. I'll arrange to have as many as possible gather in the community center tomorrow.
Thank you, George.
I love how just entirely exasperated they are with him. The thing is, though, he just has to gather everyone in the town and just see all of their backs. And then, you know, case closed. Pretty sure he doesn't do
Welcome
that,
back,
though, but-
everyone.
Thomas. Agent Morgan, it's past 2100. Let's meet up again at the community center tomorrow. I haven't been sleeping much since this all started, to be honest. I'm exhausted.
I was just about to suggest the same thing.
I'll make arrangements for people to gather between 1500 and 1700. I'll try and get as many people as I can to come, so don't be late, okay? Don't be late.
I'll be there.
The community center's on the south side. I've marked it on your map.
Thanks, Thomas.
I love that George's default animation is that he's got one hand in his pocket, but all of his other animations require him to take his hand out of his pocket. So every time he's gesticulating, he has to constantly take his hand in and out of his pocket. Now, so annoyingly, they've put me back at they don't fast travelled me away from the lumber mill. Which means I'm still here. I have to drive all the way back to... I can't even bother to get that card. I have to drive all the way back to town. On my own. They left me here. And all the rest of them drove back. None of the other buggers could have given me a lift. That's fine. We'll just find our own way back. Fortunately, I don't think we have to come back to the lumber mill. Like, I was weird, because I remember that happening much later on in the game. So, this is fun. Like, I generally don't like replaying games unless it's been long enough that I can't remember everything. Because if I can remember too much of the game, it's boring for me. There's
Tremors. I think Fred Ward was in it. You say Fred Ward, and I say Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins. That one was back in '85, I think. Directed by Guy Hamilton. Guess Hamilton was aiming to start a series like 007, but it had no sequels. A real shame. Do you remember the martial arts they used in that film? Called Senanju? The ultimate in martial arts, using no weapons at all. Remo's Master Chun ran across water, remember? And he loved soap operas. Man, that was a good character. He was played by Joel Grey, the best supporting actor in Cabaret. Of course, in Remo, he had so much makeup on you couldn't tell.
Okay. I like that he just continues his conversation from this. It would have been this morning. Yeah, it was, the hospital and the community centre, not the community centre, the park and the lumber mill have all been in one day. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, just continue, mate. Do I need to? Yeah, I should probably have my headlights on. I'm gonna overtake, indicate. Nice and safe. And indicator's off. Right, where am I going from here? Hang on. I need to go to... Oh, no, that was the one. Nope, dang it. Oh, so that does actually tell me where the side missions are, and which chapters I can actually start playing them in. Now, annoyingly, I don't know what the number order is here, because it's like, chapter number 1, available in chapter 2 to 4, and available in chapter 6 to 7. So, it's, you know, chapter 2 is the earliest time when you can start doing, By the way, that's confusing, because it says chapter 6, Greenvale Inhabitants. I'm not on chapter 6, I don't think. I think I'm on chapter 6 of episode 1. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this side mission is yet to occur. So the fact that it says chapter 6 and then it says chapter 2 to 4, it's actually episode 2 to 4 and episode 6 to 9 that I can do those side quests. That's very confusing. But then, yeah, the next one is... The next one is then 9, 11, and 12. So, well, why is that number 2 if I can't do it until episode 9? Anyway, so I can drive around now, and, well, most people are in bed, but I can go around and meet some people. I'm not going to bother, though. We'll do that once I've actually got the side quests, because it's a bit of a waste of time. I need to go... Not General Hospital. Great Deer Yard. Okay, I need to go there. So that... Okay. Like I said, this map sucks. No, that's the community centre. Where am I? Oh. Right, I'm here. Where is... the community centre? That leads me to the park. I don't need to go there. So let's follow this road. This is... I remember this. I got to a point, again, by the end of this game, that I could kind of figure out where Go to Emily's house. There's no point in me doing that, though. I could kind of figure out my way around town, and I think that was the intention. Like, they wanted you to actually learn how to get around town. But, oh, Jesus, it's a ball ache when you're this early on in the game and you don't remember. Right. Down there. Down there. Okay, so up there, left. And then follow the road, and then do that Yui there, and then just follow that up. Follow that, then turn right. Hotel. Jesus. Like, they had sat-navs in 2010. I don't know why you can't put there's like a little marker on for me to take me back to the hotel. The thing is, I don't know. The reason it does it is because I don't actually have to go back to the hotel yet. I can go and do whatever I want until 1500 to 1700 tomorrow. I'm saying in their stupid cop talk, so they know that you won't get confused and go there. I went there at 3 AM. I don't understand. Where is everyone? Bloody idiot. I grabbed this because I remember that the van has slightly better handling, but it's also slow as dicks. I'm just going to cut to when I get back to the hotel.
Now, Joel
wait.
Gray's daughter is, of course... That's right, Jennifer Grey.
You want to keep
right, Zach?
talking?
Jennifer Grey. She's in one of my most favorite movies, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1986, directed by John Hughes. Huh, that one was so 80s.
Zach, you're not the most cheerful guy I know. But you really do like those cheerful movies.
We used to love those teenage movies back then, didn't we? Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink, St. Elmo's Fire, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That last one was in 1982, directed by Amy Heckerling. Now that was an impressive film. You've got Sean Penn in the lead, with Jennifer Jason Leigh and Phoebe Cates, not to mention Nicolas Cage and Forrest Whitaker were in it too. And the original book and the script were written by Cameron Crowe. How could that not be a great film?
Do you remember, Zach?
When that movie ended, the last words, the end, was from an arcade game. That's right, it was from Missile Command. That stuck in my head for a while. The memories. I feel like I have a lot of movies to catch up on. Let's just hope we can get to the end of this case soon. Then maybe we can catch up on a few.
Give some thought about what movie you want to see next, Zach.
Okay, I don't want to interrupt York from talking about movies. It's important dialogue. I think you'll agree. It's
Zach,
important
is there
dialogue.
something here that you want to check out? We need to be at the community center by 1500 today. Just think of talking in front of all those people.
Oh, it's
What do you think, Zach? It's going to get fun.
Such a weirdo. This is the junkyard, and it's where I get new cars from. It's also where I start the side quest to get my car back. I thought, because it's a merchant, I might be able to buy a new car. I think you can buy a new cop car quite early on. I think. But not if he's closed, so... Episode 2. Episode 2, we'll start going and looking at some side quests. Because they're worth doing. Some of them are worth doing. Anyway, yeah. I'll just go cut to... Oh,
Okay,
damn it, York. Okay.
I've been thinking about what movie I'd like to watch next. And finally, I've made a decision.
It's always hard to narrow it down just to one movie, but I've put a lot of thought into this, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. 1975. Directed by Steven Spielberg himself. The grandfather of panic movies. Set in a small town in Massachusetts. That movie made me stay away from the beach for years. I was always afraid that a hand might come floating up. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yep. It's Jaws. The underwater camera work accompanied by that John Williams music. I'd never been that scared by a movie before. But the best thing about it is that it isn't just another panic movie. The mayor who won't close the beach even when there are so many victims. And Chief Brody putting the citizens' lives above all else. The film gave a lot of time to the dispute and friction between them. It certainly had a lot of messages for a 2-hour film. That's probably another reason why it was such a record-breaking hit. One of my regrets in life is that I didn't see it at the movie theater.
I guess I was still just a child back then. But still, I wanted to taste that terror in real time.
That reminds me, Zach. Did you know this one?
Jaws also appears in another movie that was produced by Spielberg, the second Back to the Future. It was directed by Robert Zemeckis, who later made Forrest Gump. That's also a masterpiece, of course, but we'll discuss that another time. So, the scene where Jaws appears is right after Marty McFly goes 30 years into the future. He passes by a movie theater and is attacked by a holographic shark. Marty is shocked, of course, but looking closer, he sees the words, Jaws Part 19. The director is credited as Steven Spielberg Jr. In reality, there were actually only 4 Jaws movies, but it was still a great joke. 30 years from 1985 would be 2015. We'll be there pretty soon.
I wonder what life would be like by then, Zach.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, stop cut blocking me, York, by asking to talk to Zach, but it got me to the hotel, and I haven't had to cut anything out because, well, between the two of us, we managed to fill in the space. But, yeah, good. I mean, it's tempting to cut that stuff out, and eventually York does run out of stuff to talk about in the drive, which is when I will start cutting out those car drives, because they are long and boring, and I will not take them to the police van again because it's slow. But generally I'll keep them in, at least for as long as they happen. Is Polly still open? Oh yeah, she is still open. Hi, Polly.
Hi.
What can I do for you, Mr. Morgan? You're working late tonight. Mind if I give you some advice? You take breaks now to do a good job, you too. A little nap in the afternoon always makes a big difference. Zach, do you hear that? One must be enjoying the slow life, taking naps during the day. Exactly, and it makes me feel sad thinking about that. What? Is there something on my face? No, it's nothing, Polly.
Oh,
What can I
hi.
do for you, Mr. Morgan? Oh, I didn't want to buy, actually. You got anything? Oh, she's got bullets. Of course she's got bullets for the gun. Yeah, why not? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh, hi.
Let's go how they look just because they taste wonderful. Oh, okay. I don't know what she was talking about there. Alright, I'm just trying to think. Let's sleep. I think there's a scene in the morning. And let's watch that. And then I'll call it a session. Let's, boom. And I'll change my suit. Yeah, we'll do all sorts of stuff. Oh, I am very hungry, though. Let's take a deep sleep. That'll take us to 6 a.m. I am a hungry boy. I don't remember what being exhausted does though. But let's change my suit. It's a new day. Change clothes. Yes, and then let's clean this one. Take 24 hours. There we go. Let's check the weather. Nothing of interest. Okay, it's the TV in the living room that's the weather. Oh, my health deteriorates. Okay, well, let's not have a shower and a shave then. Let's go get some breakfast from Polly. So have I? No, I don't have it. Oh, hang on, do I? No, not yet. So I think. Oh, not yet then. I thought there would be a cutscene when I left the room. Maybe it's later. It must be later if it hasn't triggered it already. Right. Coffee? No, I need breakfast. How do I eat? Where is food, Polly? You have all of this food here. Let me eat some. Surely this is included in the... Alright, we'll try coffee then. See if coffee heals us. I'm pretty sure coffee just fixes sleep, though. Maybe I have to come here at a certain time of day for breakfast. You have a lot of fun today. Lucky place, theme park.
There's no
I'm pretty
theme
sure...
park in this
Yeah,
town.
there isn't a theme park in this
All
town.
that good luck is just slipping away. But I think I'll have a thrilling enough time right here anyway.
No, just one coffee's fine. Yeah, that doesn't actually help me with food. I mean, I'll just eat one of my pocket sandwiches, if that's the case. But I'm sure I could get lunch here. I forgot there's all these empty rooms I can run around, and as far as I remember, there's no reason to do this. Let me just go and have a quick talk with Polly before I starve to death. And then if not, I'll just eat some of my food.
Oh, hi.
You sleep well last night. Sleep is good to make good to keep.
Oh, hi.
Pretty small curtain. Oh my, I've never eaten that before. Can't imagine how something so big would fit in your stomach. I don't know what she's talking about. Alright, whatever. Let's just eat something. I thought I could get a free. Same as if I were. Maybe it's the police station I'm thinking of. I think if I go to the police station, I can get a free. But let's get my health up enough that I'm not constantly losing health, and then there we go, back to full health. God, I think I almost starved to death. Nice weather in the morning, but cloudy in the afternoon. At least it's not raining. And oh, I can't get it. Okay, I thought I could get food from that every day, but I guess not. I'm remembering a lot of things wrong. Okay, well, go have a sleep, and then, well, no, I've had a sleep. Next time we'll go to the community centre. I've got to kill some time before 3 o'clock, though, but I'm sure we can find something to do. A plate of smoked salmon and a locker in an abandoned lumber mill. Delish. Yeah, I am a bit sleepy. I'm just gonna. Nothing gets York off to bed more than the sound of a constantly ringing phone.